flowers.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nick, the youth pastor here at Crossroads Bible Church. So I decided not to go outside today because it's cold and it's wet and it's raining. This is actually my bedroom. We took about an hour to set up this little corner. We've got my little friend here, my little knight in shining armor. And this is my favorite chair. It's a big, black, awesome chair, and it's so deep. And just about 5 feet away from me is my rabbit. He's just sitting there watching me. So I do have a little bit of an audience this morning. I miss you guys. And I have an alarm set every Sunday for when youth is supposed to start. And it hit, and I was bummed. I was sad. I miss doing my favorite thing, which is hanging out with, teaching, and ministering to students. We're approaching this very important week in the life of a believer, and it's called Holy Week. This is now, it's happening. We're going to take a pause from our studies that we've been doing in Revelation. We're going to take a break in that because I think this week in particular, it's important that we focus on the brilliance and the majesty of what God did. It's the celebration of the most important event in history. It feels weird to not be with you. It just doesn't feel right. But here we are, and despite the fact that it doesn't feel right, despite the fact that it's not what I had planned or what I want to be doing, it is what God has us doing. And it really makes me think of the whole story of Jesus entering Jerusalem and how what he did this week all those years ago revolutionized everything that had ever happened and everything that was to come. It changed the history of the world and the future and the past, and it fulfilled everything. And it was not at all what people expected. And if you asked them, it wasn't what they wanted. It wasn't what they had planned for. But it is exactly what we needed, and it is exactly what they needed. And over again, God continues to break our idea of expectations, to lead us in such a way that we are given everything that we need and more, which ends up being 1,000,000 times better than what we wanted or what we think that we need. This is a holy week. This is a very special week, and we're going to be alone. We're going to be in our homes. We're going to be with our families, which sounds to me like the opposite of what we're supposed to do on this week. We're supposed to be with the congregation. We're supposed to be with our church family. We're supposed to be worshiping corporately together and reading the word and hearing dynamic messages and teachings on these texts. And it feels like that's what we're supposed to do, in the same way that when Jesus entered Jerusalem on Palm Sunday, to everybody it felt like this was the start of a new kingdom. The entrance of a king into a holy city where he would establish a holy kingdom centered around making not just himself, but all of the Hebrews, all of the Israelites, lords of the world. And that wasn't what he did. That wasn't what he came to do. I truly believe this is a special time for the church, for us, as for you as students, to look at life from a different perspective, to allow God to order your steps, to say, no, you're not leaving today. No, you're not going to your school today. No, you're not going to work today. You're going to stay. You're going to engage with your family. You're going to engage with the word. You're going to have time. You're going to have extra time. And I think it's an amazing opportunity we have to connect the story of Holy Week with what's going on in our world right now. Because that's another amazing thing about this is not just an American problem. This is not just a Texas problem. This is what the whole world is going through. We are all being told to stop and wait and pause. And I just think it would be amazing if we could take that time and say, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give some time each day to the one who's given me this time to strengthen my relationship with the Creator, with the God who loves us so much. I just really want you guys to know that I miss you, that I miss our time together, I miss our conversations, I miss the joking around, I miss the silly games that you guys don't like, I miss all of the things. The church is going to be putting out messages every single day that kind of show us what was happening on this particular day, those so many years ago. So I encourage you, check those out, go to the church website and you'll see those being posted daily. I'll be doing one on Thursday and on Saturday, and I really encourage you guys to corporately engage as best as possible, because if there's ever been a time in the year that we are meant to engage corporately with the Word and the story, it's now. So let's take some time this Holy Week and remember this, that nothing happens by accident. God is on the throne. We've seen that in Revelation. If you've been following along with us, we see it all throughout the scripture. God is on the throne. He knows what's going on. He's involved in what's going on. And even though it seems like the world is spiraling and it's full of chaos and strange things, God knows what's going on. He cares about you. He is there for you. And as it says in Joshua 1:9, be strong and courageous, for I am with you to the very end of the age. He's always there. He's always with you. Connect with him. I love you guys. I miss you. See you soon.